What up, everybody? So I'm gonna talk about that LL thing, but let me start off with some news. Tochi always talking about the Jews. Well, yeah, that's because we have Nazis running around here, and people are just living their lives. You know, this is what I always used to think when I was young. I was always like, why are these movies always have the Nazis as the villains? Aren't there other villains out here? Yeah, there are, but people don't want to notice. There's literal Nazis. This whole Palestine shit. Look at this. I mean, this I already knew about. The Grand Mufti Amin al Husseini. People don't really like to talk about this, but this was the first ruler, really, of the Mandate of Palestine, and very, very important figure. What people might not realize is that his cousin was Yasser Arafat. So after Mufti al Amin Husseini, who was a literal Nazi, okay, after he kind of takes care of the Arab Palestinians at the time, the next person, the next major figure of the Palestinian movement is Yasser Arafat, who himself is probably a Nazi sympathizer and certainly was allied to his cousin. Okay? This is something that you guys don't ever want to talk about. These Arabs of Palestine were literal Nazis, and it's followed on till today. This is why, again, when you talk that free Palestine shit, I know that you are respectfully, the people that insist on this stuff, I know that they have Nazi sympathy. And obviously, as a black man, I'm going to speak out about it. Don't get mad at me for speaking out about it. I don't like Nazis. Fuck a Nazi. Okay? They kill black folk too. Obviously, they go and murder my Jewish friends, and I don't like that shit, but then you're going to come and murder me too, which is what we saw on October 7th. They went and killed black people and lynched black people in public. Joshua Millell, look it up. Okay, I'm going to stay bringing this up. So knock it off with all that free Palestine shit. Okay, now, let's segue. After I've hit you that dose of reality, let me get you into why I'm here. This LL Cool J interview actually was quite good. I have to say, this is one of the better rap interviews I've seen in quite a while. And I think it's kind of important to really talk about how LL, the things that he mentions, because I thought it was so interesting. I remembered how, LL and Freddie Fibbs, aka Freddie Gibbs, was getting at LL, trolling. And that was, maybe 10 years ago. And it's interesting to see how since then, the trajectories of the careers have gone and what each of them is saying in interviews, right? So let's start with LL, because I thought that what LL was saying was pretty smart stuff. Shout out to Mehdi Maizi, who did this interview. But we'll start off slow, and I'll get to sort of my points here. So first of all, here LL is kind of talking about how essentially what inspired him when he was making The Force. And I think this is actually really important to know.
Same time, being connected to the people in the street. So like during the
street, I was talking about, you got to be connected to people in the street. Hip hop is street music. Hip hop, people in the street. It doesn't mean street as in gangster. This is something that people always miss. It just means the lives of people who walk like you would if you were in a city, right? The lives of people that are walking, the everyday person, right? The neighborhood person. What's going on in the street? So when we talk about street records, we're talking about records that appeal to the kinds of people that love hip-hop, that grew up in that environment of hip-hop. It doesn't mean that they're into killers and gangsters and hoes. That's not what street means. You know what I'm saying? The suburbs is not necessarily the street, right? Because again, if you look at the genesis of where rap came from, rap wasn't born in the suburbs. That's not really how it went down. You know what I'm saying? It went down in inner city, right? And that's what they mean by the street. The kind of person that you would see walking around in the Bronx, right? In South Bronx, for that matter. And what they're thinking about, what they're going through, and what they're being influenced by. That's the street. And so when you're walking around and getting soaking that in, that's a good thing.
Pandemic, I was running around in New York with a mask on, with a hoodie on, running around all up in the subways and all down in the street and all on the public transportation and moving around, because what happens is when people become successful, they forget about danger. They forget about the real world. There's a real world out there. Yeah. People are going through things. Yeah. and the music helps them get through those things and helps them forget about those things. But if you're not connected to what the people are going through, then you're just going to be another kind of puffed up, entertaining celebrity, like dancing monkey that's not really doing anything that means anything.
Now, facts, and this is a really important point. Again, this is why I watch interviews, and I always encourage hip-hop fans, and particularly so-called heads, to watch interviews, especially good ones, because it can really teach you a lot about hip-hop that might not be obvious, but the more you see these kind of things become more obvious. That element of danger that LL is talking about is central to hip-hop. There's a reason why hip-hop is aggressive. It's born in a very dangerous, aggressive place in the Bronx, right? Back in, the early 70s, right? And so the beats that, it's a representative of survival in that kind of environment. You know what I'm saying? So, like, ultimately, this is why, again, when I criticize Kendrick or J. Cole and I say that their beats ain't hard and they don't hit like that, that's because I understand that they're not making hip-hop music. They're speaking to people in the suburbs and people who are not in the street, okay? Anyway, moving on. This part of the interview I thought was pretty good, but I would say it started to get much more interesting around here. At this point, Mehdi is talking about, LL and sort of the whole going back to Cali video. I'm not going to play this part, but I do think it's important. Why I stopped it here was, I'll give props to Mehdi here, because Mehdi is actually talking about
the video when it got released, but
yeah. Let's see what he's
maybe in 2008 or 2009 I was on YouTube and I saw this video.
Yeah.
And I honestly, until now, it's still one of my favorite videos when it comes to rap music.
Thank you.
Now, see, and people, this is the kind of stuff a good music interviewer should have. They should do their homework. I mean, Mehdi's doesn't strike me as a particularly old dude, but he was saying how Going Back to Cali was one of his favorite LL songs and videos, and he was kind of analyzing and saying, like, looking back, he watched it and it was almost like that transition. He saw LL acting and was like, okay, and they started to talk about, was that a transition for you to kind of realize that you had acting chops? Now, again, I like this because almost no interviewers in hip-hop today talk about the freaking music, or inspired. You don't get a sense that these guys even like hip-hop. They just want to be down. They just want to be around rappers, right? They want to profit off of hip-hop, but it's like, do you even like rap? Do you know any rap before you were born, right? Like, do you enjoy any of it? And that's what I always find shocking, right? But I love that Mehdi actually likes something. So this is pretty cool. We need to talk about the music more. And you'll notice because Mehdi is more into the music and is giving a much more of a quality interview, LL opens up and says more quality shit. I will also preface this and say this is exactly why, again, I always find it funny when people talk this, they're not like us shit, right? Mehdi's in France. I think he's a French dude, right? And at the end of the day, just because you're not born in the United States doesn't mean that you don't know rap. You'd be surprised. In fact, I would argue that if you look at hip-hop heads, most of them, the majority of them that really know their shit, they tend to be outside of the United States, especially in places like France, and so shockingly, you might surprise them in Toronto and some other places, Japan, right? Hip-hop it's not about where you're born, it's about where you're at, right? Rakim said that shit. Meaning, in a sense, where you're at mentally. It's not where you're from, it's where you're at, right? A hip-hop head is someone that knows and loves music, and that can come from anywhere, right? And people who are foreigners who love rap tend to take it much more seriously than people who are like, oh, I was born in New York. Yeah, you were born in New York, but you're a casual. You didn't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you lived next door to Irv Gotti and didn't do shit with it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, moving on. So let's look here. There's more talk. Oh, this one is really good. This talks about his LL's experiences being on radio, or learning about sort of how radio
Early
works.
playing on the radio all over the world right now. It will grow to that. Just like Mama Said Knock You Out when it first came out. Radio was not supportive of Mama Said Knock You Out.
Really?
Not really. Okay. It grew over time. The song Doing It well. Radio was not supportive of these songs. These songs became popular over the years because they aged well. You see what I'm saying? It's so you know that.
So that's a really good point, right? You'll find that radio is not always supportive of the biggest hip hop records. I've always said this: old folks stop lying. Let me bring that up, in fact, because listen, man, I got a whole catalog of videos at this point, and I think it's worth looking back on some of the stuff if you're new to my channel. Old folks stop lying. And I really go through the billboard and I see and I show you that a lot of these hip hop classics that these old folks are like, I was 3 and I already knew that Rakim was the greatest ever. It's like, well, Billboard doesn't really reflect that. Billboard reflects more that you're probably into like Shania Twain. And again, it's not to say that people who weren't there weren't hip hop fans like that. But the point is that these songs age well. And that's the whole point. Replay value. That's what makes something dope. Over time, it's the replay value. And by the way, I'm the guy that started that replay value talk, okay? Not one of you critics, and I'm saying, in general, not one of you critics was saying that shit. So when I think I saw an Academics post recently where Academics was saying, oh, well, he don't know if Kendrick's songs have replay value. I know Academics got that shit from me, okay? 100%. His stands probably put him on to me, whatever. Because the truth of the matter is I've always talked about replay value, and I was shocked to see that nobody was talking about the shit. How you not talking about the most important thing that makes you a music legend? Replay value. None of these critics were talking about that shit. And this is why when I see Duckworth stands talk about numbers and legend status, I know that they're pulling a fast one. They're not really about music like that. Because if you're not talking replay value, there's no conversation. Frankly. All right, now moving on. Let's see what LL was talking about here. Oh, LL was kind of trying to see and answer what his best album was. This was actually a pretty good question.
Best album. You're not allowed to say the last one.
Yes, thank you. Please, You're not allowed to say the last one. Every rapper's like, yeah, this album I just released is the best work. Nah, and it's always garbage.
Oh, wow. Because I would say that.
Yeah, I know.
Because it's the best one. It really is.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No album I have is better. I may have bigger individual songs, but for every song you can name, for the most part, I would say, outside of Doing It, I think this album has a song that can compete with any song. Proclivities and Doing It, but other than that, but my best album other than this, I would say it's probably between Mama, Radio, and Bigger and Deffer.
LL was never really an album guy for me. I'm not sure which I would say is LL's best album. Maybe Mr. Smith. But again, Mr. Smith is more my era. Maybe. I'd have to look at it in depth. I'll get back to you on that. But look, I'm happy that LL is proud of The Force. I do think that LL sounds inspired definitely you can see that he has that energy. Like he was saying, he was walking around these streets and seeing what people were saying. I wish Q-Tip kind of had the same thing, because I felt like The Force was really more of a letdown on the production side, if anything. And shout out to Q-Tip, of course, legend. But, it's just my honest opinion.
Yeah.
Those three.
Also, yeah, I think so. But I think for my generation, the one from 95 was really important.
Oh, Mr. Smith.
Mr. Smith. Yeah, I think it was also one of the big one, and also maybe the starting of your new formula at this point.
Yeah. Mr. Smith was amazing.
Yeah.
So Mr. Smith was like, Doing It's my favorite song.
Okay.
That's LL's best song. It's interesting. There was a comment someone made the other day, and I looked, someone was like, oh, you could go through hip-hop and never talk about LL. And I was like, not really. Doing It is a freaking classic. It's a super classic. It's one of the best rap songs ever made. And it's a perfect rap record. Like, I'm sure it's been sampled, and people have, it's one of those songs that is just so ubiquitous, right? So, no, you absolutely have to talk about LL when you talk about great hip-hop. And I do think that Doin It was the absolute cream of the crop. The beats, the whole thing was great. The whole thing.
That's my favorite individual song.
Yeah.
Because I think it's perfect as a piece of art. I think the beat is hard. I think I'm floating on the track.
100%.
She sounds sexy. The chorus is crazy. There's crowd movement. There's drums. It's hard.
Yeah.
It's just doo-doo.
See how he's like, again, the groove, right? Whack out my mirror. That's not hip hop, man.
Doom, 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 doom. That Grace Jones sample. That
Yeah.
it's just
It's a great track.
It just feels right.
Yeah, I agree. So, listen, you know, great music, replay value, man. We still love that record. I mean, that song came out in '95, I think. When I started entering the clubs, okay, in 2002, people were still playing Doing It every now and then. Not that it was like running the clubs or whatever, but every now and then you would hear it, and we loved it. So yeah, man. And this is again in an era where things was coming out fast. Like it's not because a song came out in '95 that we're listening to it in 2002. Those are almost worlds apart in production. They are in fact worlds apart in production because rap used to move very very fast. So again, replay value is everything, man. It really is. Now let's see what else was LL talking about. LL was really spitting actually in this.
It's really high for me.
Of course.
So it makes it presents like a whole. A lot of artists. That's a reason why, like, they admit they won't make music. Is because the bar is so high
Yeah.
that they won't even put nothing out.
That's
Like,
right.
that's not easy.
That's the gift and the curse of being a legend. Actually,
Yeah. Yeah.
That's-
Yeah, that is 100% a gift and a curse, and this is why you have to respect the Nas's. I mean, again, when I hear people on the internet talk about, well, Jay is not a legend, and it's like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? You know how Nas and Jay became legends? It's because they constantly made great shit over and over again. That's how they became legends, and they arguably every time outdid themselves. Arguably. Right now, you could say that Nas's best work started and ends with Illmatic, but that's not even true. Obviously, like Illmatic was definitely the best album that Nas ever put out. But he also made great shit after that. In fact, he made a lot of great shit after that. Right, at least if not individual songs, and even some pretty good albums. Lost Tapes was kind of like a mature Illmatic, if that makes sense. It's him coming back to that vibe, which is why Lost Tapes is my favorite album outside of Illmatic that Nas ever put out. Nas is like is that Illmatic shit, but it's like almost like a poetic, like an evolved version of where Nas was at mentally from Illmatic. So Nas outdid himself. Nas is not the same dude that he was when he was rhyming on Illmatic. He matured as this elder statesman who still reps Queensbridge, but also has seen the world, right? Like Jay started off as this sort of hustler on the street, with Reasonable Doubt, and evolved into this like mega hustler, right? And you could see it. You could see the evolution with Volume 2 and just how crazy he started to get with the production and the blueprint. You don't know, and 1 million, 2 million, 3 million, 4. Like, you're seeing like, these guys outdid themselves. That's how you become a legend, right? And this is the thing, like, it's tough to do that. It really is. It's tough to, when you set a certain bar, to meet that bar repeatedly. Missy Elliott was doing this shit. It used to blow my mind. Missy would come out every year or every other year with some crazy record. I was around those times, right? In '97, she was doing this cool shit. Then in '99, she'll come out with this crazy song, and then Get Your Freak On the next year, and then Work It. It was just like boom, boom, boom. That's how you become a legend. Okay, that's it. You just have to constantly outdo yourself, but also either outdo or at least maintain a certain level of quality, right? Anyway, moving on. Now, LL was talking about music supposed to be fun, don't overthink it, which is, like, look, there's so many gems in this interview, man.
Like the main reason I do this because it's fun. Like, it's a reason to come to Paris and hang out. Like, I'm in Paris because I'm doing music and it's fun, man.
Yeah, of course.
Nah, but we can't we gotta remember that because everybody gonna slide in the grave. So, we just having fun. So I'm just making cool music, doing cool records, doing cool songs. Oh, let's put on some cool clothes. Let's do some cool shit. Let's do something different. Let's have some fun. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What's fun about Kendrick's music? Get the fuck out of my face. That's supposed to be fun? So I'm dancing with my girl, with my people, and that part of the song comes on. I'm supposed to be like, get the fuck out my face. Fuck out of here, man. That's geek. That's hater music. Only a hater can find that shit fun. Okay, someone who's deeply just hates things, hates people. You know what I mean? music is supposed to be cool and fun. That's the whole, especially rap, right? That's why when I listen to, again, I told you why you always talking about Live Love ASAP, because it's the most fun shit I heard, or even Cardi. It's the most fun shit I'm hearing from these rappers. You know what I'm saying? Even Lil B, these guys are having fun with it. You know what I'm saying? Of course, they're making dope shit at the same time, right? Trilla. You know what I'm saying? Rap's supposed to be cool and fun, not geeking and someone whacked out my mural. Depressed ass nigga, because he had a garbage mural and it got whacked out. Anyway. So, now, here's the real gem to me of this interview that I think is really important and like something that one should really keep in mind.
What I learned about the really successful people.
He's talking about what he learned from the greats. Because, Mehdi asked him, man, you hung out with Pacino and all these like legendary guys. What did you learn?
That I met, the truly great, the true greats. And I met a lot of true greats.
Yeah.
They all had one thing in common. Every single one of them. They were kind. And they were generous.
I have to agree.
They were generous with their time and they were kind. Every single one of them. And you felt an automatic respect for them based on, because they're so talented, but yet they take the time, they take the moment, they see you. I didn't say they were perfect. I didn't say they were perfect, but I said they were kind.
Humanity. That's exactly what makes the greats the greats. I haven't met Primo in person. I would love to meet DJ Premier. I've seen Primo in interviews, and he seems like the absolute nicest guy. I've been to a number of Primo shows. I've been like very close to Primo, and I've seen how he treats people, whether it be people who are trying to help, like whether it be his let's say assistants and stuff like that. And to me, what I've seen is Primo's been a really, really nice guy, right? Quincy Jones, I have friends who know Quincy Jones, right? Like, who have at least like met him in person. And he seems like the nicest guy. I think I've been in a room with Quincy, I've never met him. Or when Oscar Peterson had the funeral, you see Quincy Jones come out the car and everyone's like, wow, right? And he wasn't like, get the fuck out my face. He's a man of the people. You feel me? A friend of mine, we don't really talk as much anymore, but an acquaintance of mine was saying back in the day, and this was like maybe in the mid 2000s, she was saying how one day she was at a Nas show and she got invited backstage. And I was like expecting that she was like, oh, this is going to be some groupie shit. And she was saying that she went backstage and I guess Nas was like interested in just like meeting her and talking to her. She's Somali. And she was saying that apparently she like just hung out with Nas for like an hour, and Nas was just asking her like questions about like what's Somali like, you know what I'm saying, like how do you feel as a Somali in Toronto, like, and all this like shit. And she was shocked that Nas would even be having this conversation with her. And again, this is what I think makes someone great. It's people that love people, and they're always learning, they're always soaking up people, right? I mean, that's what makes someone great. It's not like how many fucking accolades. No one cares about that shit. But it's like, how do you make people feel? How does your music make people feel? Right? Because if you are able to translate what you learn and make people feel you and feel great when they listen to you, now you're talking about being a great. You get what I'm saying? Anyway. More LL analysis here. I think in this part he was talking about how, again, it's a natural thing. It's effortless. Right?
You're working with somebody who, when we did the scenes together, man, like, I thought he was forgetting his lines, bro.
He was talking about Pacino. He thought Pacino was forgetting his lines.
That's how fresh and natural the shit was. The shit was so fresh and natural. I'm like, is he forgetting his lines? Is he fucking his lines up? No, it was him. He actually, it felt that natural and that kind of, it was unbelievable, man.
Again, natural talent, but craft. And craft is supposed to become effortless, right? You're not supposed to force it. And that's why, again, I can't listen to rappers that sound forced, because I know that they haven't spent enough time on their craft. It's not supposed to sound forced, right? It's supposed to just sound like, oh, this is just how you naturally almost speak, right? And this is why when you see people like a K Dot or whatever who force the vocal intonations, and they do all this shit, and it's not natural, it's because they actually can't rap for shit, right? That's actually the truth. They know that they haven't done, their craft isn't good enough, and they actually don't have enough talent to just do it naturally. So they come up with gimmicks to distract you from the fact that it's not really natural. And again, someone who's outside of the culture and someone who's new to rap can buy into that shit. But for us who have grown up listening to natural talents who built hip hop and made hip hop what it is, instinctively we're gonna be like, that stuff's kind of whatever. And it's just what it is, man. Now, let's see here. More of these gems that LL was talking about. This is such a great interview, honestly. This is a fantastic interview. So LL here was talking about how, again, a lot of this stuff is
on my soul in terms of what I can do in my life.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's talking about it's not about status, man. It's not about streams or any of this Grammys and stuff, which all these K-bots are obsessed with.
It just showed me greatness. Like, yo, when you're around greatness, you could tell, man.
Yeah.
It's just a different energy.
Facts.
So when I'm around Oliver, arguably, when I'm around Al Pacino, when I'm around Denzel, when I'm around Sam Jackson, when I'm around Robert De Niro, being around Stallone, being around different guys, you know, talking to Bruce Springsteen,
All of them.
you know what I'm saying? Being around Mick Jagger, meeting Frank Sinatra, hanging out with Frank Sinatra, talking to him, hanging out with Quincy Jones for all those years. May they all rest in peace, those two. It just, you just learn differently. Hanging out with Michael Jackson and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just learn, like, you know, what's important. And you realize that it's not about status, it's about humanity. It's not about status, it's about soul.
Right.
It's not about trying to be some sort of a god. It's about being godly in your creative walk. And then everything comes from that.
That's a fact. That's a fact, yo. You know, and again, going back to humanity, when you can make stuff that appeals to that shit. Again, this is what I keep coming back to ASAP, but Palace, like, there's certain things where it's just like, oh my God, who is this? Godly. It's not that he's necessarily, I'm such a god, I'm better than you, but it's like when you feed into your own humanity, right, and you make people feel you, that's when you become godly, right, in this rap shit, and people go, oh yeah, and you can tell you're hearing some great shit. Clams, like, you know, the whole thing. All right, now, this is the part that's really gonna be, I'm sure Kendrick Stans will really hate me for playing this part.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, you just learn some new shit. Like, you get put onto a whole new type of thing, and you realize that the greatness doesn't come from the money they make, although they're all very wealthy.
That's right.
Definitely.
Money will
But the
come.
greatness doesn't come from the money. The greatness doesn't come from the clothes. The greatness doesn't come from the jewelry. The greatness doesn't come from the Wikipedia, the long list of accolades. The greatness comes from what's inside of these people.
Yeah. Long ass Wikipedia. You see freaking Kendrick Lamar. Long ass Wikipedia, forced accolades. That shit ain't great, man. We don't care about that shit.
You're like, wow, this is a good dude in a different way, or this is a good woman in a different way. Even meeting Meryl Streep, hanging out, just meeting her in passing. I don't know her well, but just meeting her in passing briefly. You get to see what people are made of. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's the beauty of it, man.
Yeah, exactly. So all this stuff, whenever I see the first thing that K-bots always rush to, because of course most of them bots and they're trying to play the game or rig the game with streams. You know, this was streaming for this long. Who gives a fuck? What about that makes, you know, anything that Kendrick has made great, right? It's all forced. You know what I'm saying? We don't care. Now, in this particular clip, he talks about Black Code Suite, which I thought was kind of an interesting, if you look at my review in The Force, and I did actually highlight how excited I was to see Black Code Suite, that it was featuring Sona Jabarte, who I love. And I talk about this in my Force interview, so go back and take a look if you're not familiar. But it's interesting to see LL talk about it, and I'll get into why.
A love letter to black culture.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to limit it to just the American experience because I know that
Thank you,
the
LL.
black diaspora or the diaspora is global.
Yes.
And that's why I went from the inner city, in America, the inner city in New York to LA to all over the world. That's why I brought in Sona Jobetta and made it a suite and let her extend it and bring in that West African, Gambian kind of vibe and play the kora, and play that instrument on there and take it to another level and sing in Mandinka because I wanted to touch people all over the world.
That's right.
And I didn't want to limit the experience, and I wanted to reconnect the Black American African experience with the African experience around the world and around the globe, and really connect the DNA through the music. And that's what that was about. You know what I'm saying? Look at Mama, she in the kitchen.
So, look at this, right? You know who does this? Who connects black folk across diaspora? Canadian singer and rapper. You know who doesn't? Duckworth Lamar. Okay? And see, this is the thing that you guys, I always think is so funny, right? Meanwhile, Duckworth is, while Drake is out here making songs with Popcorn and Jamaica and going to the UK, and of course, losers are going, why is he doing that? He shouldn't do that. He's stealing their waves, right? That's hater shit, right? See, this is the image of a geek and a hater. K-Bot's stuck in Compton. He's still stuck in fucking Compton. Visuals, Boys in the Hood. The Boys in the Hood came out in what, 1990 or some shit? Give me a fucking break. Can we move on? I don't give a fuck about your story from Compton. I just don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like Kendrick is a remind me ass nigga about old shit. Old silly shit in the grand scheme of things. You know what I'm saying? Like, hip hop is bigger than your little experience in CPT. And this is the stuff that black artists are going to have to figure out. Black American artists and black artists in general should be trying to figure out. I'm a global cat. I grew up in Canada, but I've lived a lot. Well, I grew up in Saudi, really. But the point is, I've seen a lot of black folk across in different places. You know what I'm saying? And I've always said this about why black American artists don't work with more black artists across the diaspora, because we go through similar shit. That's why when you start saying, they're not like us, it's like, no, we are quite similar in a lot of ways. But that's you being a geek and a hater when you say these kind of things, and you being in your tiny little bubble. And frankly, I'm bored with that shit. You know what I'm saying? And the people that go, they're not like us, these are not the innovators. The innovators in rap are the people that they will listen to some Brazilian funk and they'll go, yo, that shit kind of hitting. That shit kind of works with what I'm doing here in New York City. Let me flip that. Black experience is global. And once you start thinking that, you're going to look at a lot of this stuff very differently. And I do think it's interesting how your typical critics are not talking about this kind of stuff because, frankly, they're too stupid. Most of them are super casuals. They just want to suck dick and be in. They don't know shit about rap. So, of course, they're never going to bring this up. Right? Like, the conversations that people be having about rap, is so boring to me a lot of the times. Because I've been thinking about bigger shit 20 years ago. And I think I'll end at the last clip here with LL because I've kind of played at least half of this interview. But, again, LL really was spitting here, man. And this is what happens when you get a good interviewer. A good interviewer can open up an artist to really express what they really want to say.
A feeling. You know what I'm saying? Of watching, moving beyond your oppression.
Yes.
The idea of moving beyond your oppression, the idea of having that WEB mentality. The feeling of, the mama praying for a son to walk straight. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a single parent household and she wants the best for a child. All of those feelings. I put all of that into that song.
That's real stuff.
Yeah, real, exactly. You see what you just said? Real stuff.
Yeah.
That's what I meant. That's why this record, I love that. That's why this record code. That's why this record.
You can have it if you want.
That's why this record is so important to me because it's not a record where I'm rapping about the trappings of success.
Yeah, so, and again, I think that LL was inspired, but this is the whole point about rap. Rap is us trying to move beyond our oppression. Meanwhile, coming, you got clowns like Freddie Gibbs who are essentially trying to keep us there. But I'll be back. What's up, everybody? So I'm back to talk about Freddie Fibbs. You might remember some years back that he was clowning LL like a loser. That Freddie Gibbs is. Respectfully, I don't know Freddie Gibbs in real life, but that's some loser shit in my opinion to clown a legend out of nowhere just to look for buzz. That's troll shit, right? And so Freddie Gibbs was clowning LL, and then of course that's how Freddie Gibbs gets attention. You know, you'll notice that no one's really talking about him right now because he hasn't been punched in his mouth. His girl isn't, getting back shots from some other dude or whatever. Like, at the end of the day, Freddie Gibbs is Takashi 6ix9ine. He's just with an alchemist beat. So, he had talked about LL in the past and was like, I ain't worried about no bars from LL. Cute, right? Now, that's cute and all, but at the end of the day, LL has way better bars than Freddie Gibbs. And I mean, they're not even comparable. You're talking about one that's a clown, Freddie Gibbs, versus someone who's one of the greatest rappers ever. You know what I mean? And then again, this is that corny shit. It's that, yo, I love you, but it's that sneak diss, like backhanded compliment shit. Yo, I flux with you. I love LL, but I'ma just troll for attention and say that he ain't got no bars. LL has bars, right? LL's not the most bar heavy rapper, but he has bars and he has way more bars than Freddie Gibbs ever had. So again, looking back, this is why I thought was interesting because both of these interviews kind of popped up around the same time. So I said, oh, 4 years later, what has transpired in this time? What have has Freddie Gibbs become this legend, legendary rapper? Since he has the gall and the balls to talk down on a legendary rapper, surely that must mean that Freddie has some insightful way to approach rap music that's going to make him a superb legendary rap act, kind of like LL, and maybe even surpass LL, or at least give LL a run for his money. So I see this interview online, and right away I'm scaring you with my real life. I'm seeing an appeal to um, mental illness, the usual, and in mentally ill, I'm sad shtick that the new generation is obsessed with. It makes them feel like they are relatable. That's how they say they're relatable. I'm depressed just like you. But of course, it comes from a place of extreme narcissism because at the end of the day, all it's about is about getting attention. It's not really about any kind of real approach to taking care of one's mental health. So, anyways, let's listen to what Freddie Fibbs has to say because he gets emotional. Oh, he gets emotional about rap career. Where I should bring some.
I grew up listening to Tupac and Scarface, and guys from that range. Man, I'm gonna tell you the truth, man. I'm gonna tell you the honest to God truth. I wish that I can get up and.
Okay, so you're killing the vibe. You're killing the vibe, dude. You know what I'm saying? Again, rappers can show you who they really are. You see how LL was animated and passionate? That's LL. LL is an intense guy. His music is like that. His music has that energy, has that excitement, right? I mean, look, The Force still had LL rapping excited, like, all things considered. Freddie Gibbs is a boring introvert. And again, I'm not trying to knock introverts because, it's totally valid to be an introvert versus an extrovert. I mean, these are just human qualities. But again, rap is an extroverted art form. Okay? That's the truth. It's a way of getting you're dealing in a genre or in an art form that is about getting people to feel, to move. Those are things that are somewhat extroverted. If we're being honest here. And look, it doesn't mean that you can't be introverted in real life and make some good rap music. But again, you have to exert, there has to be a side of you that is extroverted, if you get what I'm saying. And you have to be able to channel that in some kind of compelling way. You can't be just this, I'm scary in my real life, real talk, bro. Like, when I was in Gary, Indiana. That's boring, man. Like, that's how you are in real life. So obviously, clearly your music is trash and sleepy and boring just like you are. Right? And look, let me get this out the way, okay? Freddie Gibbs looks like me. I don't look like Freddie Gibbs. I mean, you see, this is the whole thing. If I was a biased dude and if I bought into people's narrative, I'd like Freddie Gibbs because we look similar, apparently, according to the comments. You know, that's how a lot of these rap fans are. They're obsessed with males that they can relate to. But I'm not really like that. I like music for what it is. I don't care what your background is, what you look like. Is your music hot? Do I enjoy your music? And Freddie Gibbs is one of those people that to like his stuff, you have to buy into him as a person. That's whack to me. LL, you don't have to know a damn thing about LL. You don't have to even like LL as a person. You don't have to know anything about a story like him. But you hear doing it and you're going to be like, dun, 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 dun. The music speaks for itself. That's the whole point. Rappers where you have to buy into who they are, 9 times out of 10 are garbage. Right? Or they're doing something that's a little bit maybe comedic. Right? So for example, I listen to Lil B. I would argue that you kind of need to know what Lil B is about. I would say there are some songs though where I could play, and I think even if you didn't necessarily like Lil B or know who he was, you'd be like, oh, that's okay, right? But I get it. Lil B is someone that you have to buy into. He's not someone's, everyone's cup of tea. But again, Lil B is a clown at the end of the day. He's a comedy act in hip hop, and that's totally fine. He doesn't take himself seriously. Clearly, Freddie Gibbs takes himself seriously, and then again, it's like, okay. So if I have to buy into you, but you take yourself too seriously, then are you a serious clown? Like, what's that about? Anyway, let me go back. I've talked enough. Let's see what Freddie Fibbs has to say that is so interesting, that really provides so much perspective.
I wish that I can get up and rap about some other shit. I wish that I could have made a career of rapping about some funny shit or being some kind of, I don't know, rapping about girls all the time, or I don't know, rap a comedic or any fucking thing.
Okay.
But this shit, I wish that I could, every day I think about that, I wish that I, had a rap career where I was like, I don't know, shit, one of them, I don't want to name no niggas, you know what I'm saying, but...
So you're a fraud, essentially, is what you're telling me. I've talked about Freddie Gibbs, before. Okay, I don't listen to frauds, respectfully. I know that like frauds are really a thing for this new generation. Y'all love frauds because frauds get placed on the pedestal, but I don't listen to a fraud. I can smell a fraud a mile away. Okay, and Freddie Gibbs is a fraud. He raps like a complete fraud. I wish I could. Well, why can't you? What's preventing you for? Do you not have any backbone? And again, this is the whole point. How am I listening to a nigga that ain't got no backbone? If you don't really believe in the shit that you're rapping about, why the fuck are you rapping it? LL really believes in the shit that he's rapping about. ASAP Rocky says, fuck fly, I am fashion. He believes that shit. That's why he's dope. I don't necessarily agree. I'm not a fashion head like that. But the point is, conviction is everything in hip hop. If you don't really believe in what you're fucking rapping, why the fuck are you rapping? Oh, for clouds. That's why you're rapping. That's corny. I'll never forget. I remember seeing an interview with Fatman Scoop, and he was saying that when he first started rapping, he was really influenced by Rakim, and he, Fatman Scoop, Crooklyn Clan, right? And he was like, and this is a dude who grew up in a rough ass environment. And he was like I think initially he wanted to kind of rap street shit, but even then he was like, I don't know if I really want to do this. Even though he was more than valid. I mean, he lived in that environment. He knows real dudes, quote unquote. He could have easily rapped about that shit. And in fact, I think he had talked about it. I had mentioned this in an interview with my, when I did a video on Fatman Scoop. And he was talking about, Puffy wanted him to kind of be almost like a Biggie. But Fatman Scoop in himself was like, nah, that's not me. I get it. I understand the street, but I don't want to do that. I don't want to bring that flavor. And then he soul searched. He took his time to figure it out. And then once he figured out, Fatman Scoop, Crooklyn, that whole thing, he was like, I got it. I can do that DJ Cool thing and be a hype man, and that's really me. That's the energy I want to bring across. I want to make people dance. I want to make people feel good. That's a real dude. That's what a real person would do. That's what a person with a backbone would do. But Freddie Gibbs is like, oh, you know what's hot? I'm a dweeb and I want to have clout, so I'm gonna rap some gangster shit. Yeah, and then I'll get, this will be my audience. Yeah, I mean, that's your audience. They can buy into that shit because to them it's not real. It doesn't matter. But for black folk, we don't want to listen to your gangster raps. Like, black folk in general don't want to hear gang shit especially from losers, right? I mean, it's bad enough that we get judged for that shit, right? Like, if you're going to be gang, at least be fly. At least make some dope shit. Not to be some random, underground act that niggas don't really listen to, and you expect us to take you seriously. Like, come on.
Like
effortless.
Yeah, nah, not effortless. I mean, like, not gangster, Like, I don't want this shit for myself. I don't want this shit for my son. You understand that? I rap about this shit because it consumed me. It is what it's where I'm from. It's what I was doing on the daily for 2 decades.
I don't believe you. What's the line Jay had? We don't believe you need more people. We don't believe you need more people. Now, even if I was to believe you, again, it takes a person with no backbone to just rap about some shit they don't want to rap about, but they do it because that's what they know. Again, so it's either you have no backbone or you're simple-minded or both. And to be honest, that's the vibe I always got with Freddie Gibbs, Freddie Fibbs' music. Just a simple-minded, no backbone ass nigga. And I have no time for that.
So it's like, I don't love it. I don't love the streets. I don't give a fuck about no street code. I don't give a fuck about none of these niggas in the street.
So you're a snitch. Like, I'm trying to understand, like, for y'all who listen to Freddie Gibbs, how can you listen to this interview and not want to just delete everything you ever recorded from this dude? Like, I mean, to me, I'd be like, what the fuck? Imagine Nas wakes up one day and is like, man, I never really wanted to rap about the street. I don't even like Queensbridge. I just happen to live in that motherfucker, but I don't fucking like Queensbridge. You know what I'm saying? Like, all them niggas, you know what I'm saying, Wallet Head, like, I didn't even fuck with them, but I was just making songs because they were there. Your generation is frauds, my dude.
Like, I don't want to sit here and I want y'all to think that I'm rapping about this shit because I'm trying to glorify it. I'm really not, man. I'm really not. Sometimes I listen to like some of my old shit and I get embarrassed. I'm embarrassed. I turn it off.
Yeah, shit is embarrassed.
Because I'm like, fuck, I don't want to talk about that shit. I don't want to talk about selling no drugs, man. And I can have that realization now because of three children later, I'm a family man now. You would have asked me that shit 2 decades ago. I would have fucking told you something else. I would have been like, fuck yeah, nah, you know what I mean? But like I told you, man, this industry will chew you up and spit you out.
Whoa. What's this got to do with this industry? See, this is that victimhood bullshit that I can't stand, okay? You see, people that play victim are the absolute worst because they cannot see how their own actions lead to the problems that they've created, right? All of a sudden, that's the industry. The industry what? The industry didn't tell you what to fucking rap about. I mean, for the most part. Now, the industry knows. The industry can say, look, listen, these are some of the topics that are most popular. You want to ride the boat? Cool. But again, if you want to ride the boat, say, look, listen, I was looking for clout. I wanted to make it. I just rapped about the same shit everyone else rapped about. That's fine. But be honest. But a victim is going to be like, well, I didn't really want to do it, but the industry forced me to do it. And I was just going through it. I'm still going through it. Like, give me a fucking break.
For the early part of my career, I thought that's what I had to rap about. I had to do that.
Because you're simpleton.
To make money, Like, who want to hear about Freddie Gibbs rapping about going to college and getting a degree, you know what I mean? And being like, my little brother's a doctor, you know what I mean?
He doesn't want to hear about that shit. That's why he didn't rap about it. Like, I mean, listen, I'll do a video about this actually because I really think that this is really an important topic to talk about. I was listening to some Illa J. So for those of y'all who don't know Illa J is J Dilla's brother, younger brother. Anyways, I'll talk about Illa J in another video very shortly. But it's like, you know, no one said that you had to rap about gang shit. Again, like, it's so disrespectful for Freddie to say this shit because it's like he forgets that there's tons of rappers that came out of rough environments that decided not to rap about that shit. There's a fair amount of them, right? And so he's just like, duh, like in your face and shit. I mean, look, listen, there's the whole native tongues. And again, I'm going to talk about this because it really is something that I think needs to be revisited, right? But, you know, no one knows, like, you don't know shit about De La. Them, you know, word on the street is De La, you know, they get it in. But they're not out here, look at us, we so tough. You know, we gang, we selling drugs. Man. They just made happy, lighthearted rap. That was dope. That was hip hop. So at the end of the day, like, no one's preventing you from doing anything or no one's asking you to do anything. You chose those things and you should say, yo, you know what? I would respect Freddie Gibbs if he looked back and said, actually, I was a clout chasing, I was a clout demon, and all the stuff I've made prior to this has been trash because I just wanted to get on. And now that I'm on, I don't really see the appeal of it. I'm getting beat up constantly. My girl's, you know, sucking dick, you know. Sorry. All right, let me pull back a little bit. But what the point is this. Like, I'm a family man now. I got, you know, father. I got kids with possibly different mothers like that. My shit is a mess. And I look back and maybe I should have been a lot more real about who I am as a musician. And going forward, I'm going to be real. Then I'm going to go, oh, okay. Let me listen to what you're going to come up with. But to me, he's probably still in that whack-ass victim mentality. And, you know, I'm sorry. I don't want to hear those, you know... I don't want to hear those, like, Scarlett Johansson raps. I'm sorry. I'm not saying Scarlett Johansson is a victim or whatever. But I'm not, okay? But I will say that the only people I know who ever told me, yo, do you listen to Freddie Gibbs? They didn't have this complexion. I'm going to be honest with you. They were like this dude or the Scarlett Johansson types.
Wake up every day. I don't envy him because that's my brother. I ain't got envy for, you know, for my brother, but I be like, damn, dog, like, it's more me being proud of him because I'm proud of what he is. I feel like he more the shining star of my family than I am. You know, I feel like really, nigga, I call it a lucky break. To be honest. Like, man, I'm 41 years old, bro. Most of my friends dead, dog, or in jail. Most of them, all like 80% of them, for real. You know, so when I rap about this shit, it ain't from a place of I wanna spread a bad message. It's just like, I don't know what else to rap about.
So you're a simpleton. Okay. So you see, you're fluctuating between I am simple versus I don't know. But then it's like, okay, if you are a simpleton, then clearly you're not that great of a rapper, and nothing you've made is like something that I should really pay attention to. Nas is not a simpleton, okay? At least in the hip hop sense. Jay is not a simpleton, okay? A$AP Rocky is not a simpleton, right? So if you're just a simple turn up, again, a Tekashi 6ix9ine, you know, NBA YoungBoy type rapper, then at least be more honest about it, right? Look, at the end of the day, right? The dude could have made a better decision, right? It just is what it is. Like, there's no one else he can blame other than himself in this regard. Just my opinion.
I don't know what else to talk about.
Because you don't listen to enough hip-hop. And you don't really like hip-hop like that. You're just a dude that raps, and you caught a break. Because this guy is probably feeling you. You know, you're able to rejigger something. But if you listen to a lot of rap and you really, really love this rap shit, you will see that there's many avenues. You could even still be talking that gangster shit and still do something that's, again, there's ways to do it, man. There's ways to do it. It's not that hard. I mean, look, this is what I think is so fascinating about this stuff. LL Cool J, even in that interview, was what he was talking about. He's like, LL Cool J grew up in Queens, man. Supreme Team era. Okay? He was around some shit, I'm assuming. And he probably was. Bimmy and all these guys. Real streetness, right? LL didn't rap about that shit. He didn't have it, you know, he could have been like, oh, I'm around this, so I'm gonna rap about it. He wanted to rap about girls. You know what I'm saying? And being the best rapper. Again, that's why LL is still here and Freddie Gibbs won't be here in 10 years. Right? Because it's a certain backbone. We look to these dudes for backbone.
I don't want to talk about this shit in my music. Do you understand? Like the process of me writing a song is a difficult thing, bro. And you know why? Because I'm not lying.
Okay.
I'm not lying.
You are lying.
A novelist, Stephen King or some shit like that, that nigga can go write a book
Who's lying
and
to
make
himself.
millions writing about some fake shit that's gonna scare you. Like, I'm scaring you with my real life.
Oh, yeah, okay.
It ain't a game to me.
Yeah, okay. So now as we've gone to the argument of my life is so fucking real, you know, I was destined to rap about this because the god of the streets just put a hex on me and I'm the embodiment of the streets. I gotta get it out because if I don't get it out, the streets will never be heard. Right? Again, narcissism at its core. You know what I'm saying? Freddie Gibbs is corny. At the end of the day, his music is corny as fuck. I've heard anything he's saying is stuff I've been heard a million times by better rappers. Okay? If Freddie Gibbs stopped rapping about street shit, he will not be missed. Flat out. I actually think if he was to start rapping now about having multiple kids and his dad was in the police and his brother's a doctor, I actually think that would actually set him apart from a lot of these people. And that's what he should be rapping about because that's actually his life, not some make-believe shit. Because he's Stephen King, actually. He's just not a very good one.
When I make a song, it takes a lot of emotion out of me. I sit there for hours and like me now getting older, the process is even longer. But you know why? Because
the song's even whacker.
I'm thinking about it more. I'm thinking about, damn, should I say this? Should I say that?
Ooh.
You know?
Ooh.
When I was
you
20 years old, I didn't give a fuck about saying that or saying this. But now I got my studio in my house and my kids running around that motherfucker now. So I'm like, damn, my son gonna hear this, you know? So I gotta think about things like that. I'm cognizant of that now, more so than I was
Slim Jesus.
before. So it's a difficult.
This dude is Slim Jesus. The black Slim Jesus, you're looking at him.
Difficult thing, man. For real, dog. Like, I really put my heart into this shit because I love it. I love rapping. I love making music. You know what I mean? But like, a part of me every day, man, I wish it's just a different subject matter. You know, this shit has brought me a lot of good things for my family. You know, money, all of that shit. We can do whatever the fuck we want for the rest of our life.
I don't believe you, but that's okay.
It's also brought me a lot of pain, you know. It's brought me a lot of bullshit. I done had the rap game that brought me just as many enemies and shit like that as the streets. You know, I done had to fight people doing this job, shoot at motherfuckers, niggas shooting at me doing this job. This a dangerous motherfucking job.
Yeah, self-inflicted stupidity.
You know, but the record labels, Interscope, all them, they ain't gonna tell you, Def Jam, all them, whatever that is, they're not gonna tell you that. They're gonna send you in the field to go on this mission, but you don't always know what that mission entails, man.
Yeah, again, victimhood chic. I'm sorry, Freddie Gibbs, you're Tekashi 6ix9ine. You know that without doing any of that shit, no one knows who the fuck you are because your music ain't it. Again, it's always interesting to me how certain rappers complain about the industry. The industry made me do this. The industry made me catch a case. The industry made me do this. And it's like, it's always the wackest rappers saying the shit. The dudes with actual talent, the ones who have actual careers, who've made music that actually last, they don't catch cases. They're not wasting time with shit. LL Cool J is not dealing with some, I just caught into a beef. No. And Nas is not dealing with this shit. Jay is not dealing with this shit. Okay? And when they, like, for example, when Jay had a little case, he moved quick and then he moved on. Okay? Because sometimes things happen at the one time and then they move on. and they continue to make music and they avoid bullshit and all that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like I think I've said this before, but I've been backstage one time. This was in the mid 2000s, like 2004 or something like that. I had a distant cousin who was working in the music business. I wish I could get a hold of him, to be honest with you, but that's beside the point. And you know, he was in Jersey, and he was like, "Yo, there's a big show in Jersey. Like, I hear you're a hip hop dude. Come, and you know, you can hang out backstage." And I'm backstage, and I see, you know, Fat Joe walk through the metal detectors with 100 goons, right? Like, but Fat Joe was all business. Like, there was no, he wasn't, you know, yo, I'm here, like, I'm gonna beat you up and all this shit. You know what I'm saying? I see, you know, I saw stuff. You know what I'm saying? I saw, you know, you see girls trying to come backstage. He was like, you know, business. He came in, did his song, left. Right? But it's like these rappers that stay in some drama. They stay in some drama because they're not that good. You know what I'm saying? That's the truth of the matter. They're not that good. And they know the drama. It's the Tupac effect. They know the drama is what keeps them visible because the music damn sure ain't doing it.
You know, this is such a street-oriented job, you know, that you can really get lost in that side of it. So, you know, I feel like, I don't know, I'm just a survivor of that shit, bro. My bad, I ain't mean to go off. Damn.
But you also ate lunch at Chez Panisse today.
Yeah, I did.
Shout out to Chez Panisse.
That shit was fire. Hell yeah, that shit was fire, man. She killed it. That fried duck, whatever the fuck that was. Fuck that duck up like a motherfucker.
That was not brilliant. So, but you know, I think it's interesting. Okay, so let me read, because I mean, again, this appeals to people that can buy into that victimhood chic, and again, can buy into this, in my opinion, hip hop fraud. But if I, what he's saying is coming from a genuine and vulnerable place, and I appreciate it. Aww, the authenticity in his music always was apparent to me. I hope he finds peace. Unless when you actually look beneath it is a layer of stupidity and narcissism. Okay, but again, this is that fake authenticity shit. You know what I'm saying? PTSD, bro. I really hope for his healing. So again, this is all, you know, when you're trying to rejuvenate your flailing rap career. I mean, look, listen. The dude has a new album. I don't know anyone who's playing that shit, okay? I certainly didn't even check for it. I'm not doing a review because I don't listen to Freddie Gibbs, right? So it's like, okay, troll. Who can I take? You know, who can I pick that's a soft target or someone that's not, or a big target that's not gonna, you know, fight back and I can get my clout up. Oh, okay, that gets old. All right, let me go with the self-help route, okay? And get them, you know, to invest in me. Oh, now again, there's no insight here. There's this is a dude who himself says he's not real with himself. He's telling you that shit. And I'm sorry, but if I had to pick between one rapper who's real with themselves versus one who's not real with themselves, I'll pick the rapper who's real with himself. Okay? And it's just, again, this is the difference between someone like an LL versus a Freddie Fibbs, right? Your generation, and I say it respectfully, I know I got a lot of younger listeners here, but this is the problem. Your generation has been sold a bill of goods. Your generation has been sold that as long as you're popping on social media, you're winning, which is obviously very much in the interest of social media, whether it be Facebook, Google, whatever, right? Now, the truth of the matter is that that's not really how you measure how one wins or what keeps you relevant, and how many streams you get today doesn't mean you're going to get any streams tomorrow. Any of that shit, or none of that stuff makes you legendary in any metric. But it's definitely been sold to you. And it's an era now where you see a lot of people who are faking it, and you're like, oh, they're faking it, and they appear to be winning because the algorithms, again, are going to feed that shit. But at the end of the day, the 90s runs you niggas. LL Cool J will chill. He'll go off the radar, do his thing, hang out with his family, do whatever, pop back up, you know, make some music. Some of it will hit, some of it won't. A lot of it probably won't hit. But, you know, he's done his part. He's contributed to the game, right? The new dudes are not anywhere close to being as dope. And that's the pathetic part. not only are they like not close to being dope, they refuse to see the building blocks that have been left that are actually pretty blatant, right? Like just build on that shit. Because at the end of the day, like you're supposed to outdo LL at this point, right? Like you've had LL's been out since '84, since I Need a Beat. You know, I need a beat, right? Freddie Gibbs' Fibbs has been around since the mid 2000s. He's younger and fresher. Does not have one signature song. Doesn't have a single one. What's a single song that someone who doesn't know who Freddie Gibbs is will listen to and go, yo, that's fire. Actually, let me give him a chance. I want to hear more. What's one? Thuggin'? No. I'm sorry. And I again, I'm saying this to even give him the benefit of the doubt. Because Thuggin' is not fire. Okay? It's really not. It's an okay song if you're into Freddie Gibbs. It's one of the better ones because at least the beat isn't super trash. Most of Freddie Gibbs' beats are trash. Right? That beat's okay. But it's not doing it. And again, and not that it has to be nice because someone's going to be, yo, it's got to be 90s. Again, what is that shit that someone who is not into Freddie Gibbs, someone who even doesn't like Freddie Gibbs, call me a hater, someone that says, yo, you don't even like Freddie Gibbs, but I fuck with that record though. You know what I mean? Just today in the car, I was playing this, which you guys, I'm sure, are very familiar with. I talked about this. I, in fact, did multiple videos talking about fractions. And I don't even think that's the greatest song either. But I don't like Nicki Minaj's music. I really don't. To me, she's whack as hell. Personally, respectfully. But Fractions was dope. It's a decent song, right? Like, it just fit. You know? Bees in a Trap. That's another one. And these are not, again, some songs that really hit the soul like that. But, again, I can say, okay, you know what? Certain songs you've done are signature songs. You put them on. Even someone like me, a hater, can go, yeah, I like that. Boom, I'm enjoying myself. Freddie Gibbs put on Thug and I'll go to sleep, man. Anyway, I think that wraps it up. A tale of two rappers, you know, a legend versus a clown. Don't be the clown, please, okay? Let me know what you think. Feel free to disagree if you must disagree. And I always appreciate y'all taking out the time to watch my videos. It's much appreciated. Have a good one.